Hello and welcome to GT Way. Today we'll be doing a short race around Japan. This race isn't one of my best tracks. I've done a little bit of practice, but just in co-op mode. And as you've just seen on screen, I picked up a Steam loadout and lowered the fuel to the minimum, hopefully giving me a tiny edge. So we brake there unnecessarily. These cars could go probably up into the second curb on the left here. Lifting, not too bad, but we are still losing time. As you can see in the top left, we've dropped to 5th place. Send It and DJ Plenty are both competing right now for first. We take a little bit of grass, a little bit of the iRacing strategy going. We're going down into this corner, a little fast for my own pace. We slide in and turns out okay, though we do drop in position. A little bit slower than needed to be. Take too much grass there, don't get as much rotation as you'd like in qualifying. So, we're racing down this semi-straight into a log left-hand corner. It's almost a double apex. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is a double apex. We take too much of that fake green. In Gran Turismo Sport, I would have spun, but here, that green isn't too bad to drive on. We're going down the main straight. It looks like the 6th position is pretty much secured at this point, as long as we don't really goof this up. We do lift there because in campaign co-op, our cars couldn't do that flat, and we would just keep extending or overextending into the final corner. And would you look at that, 6th place? Sadly though, that is 6th out of 8, so we are 2nd or 3rd to last. Not terrible, considering not an incredible track for us, but we are going to see if we could make up positions anyway. So here we are, start of the race. Skip a little bit forward so you guys don't need to wait. And 3, 2, 1, that's out, and away we go. We get a good launch on the guy right next to us. Who's that? TTV Send It Deep. Send It Deep was a fast driver. I was shook there for a moment because I forgot that, yes, these are ghost races and we can just kind of drive through each other. At the time of filming, for some reason, this is the only open lobby that I could get into. So here we are, driving through each other, just as Codemasters intended. So, up into 8th place, or actually down into 8th place. Hold on a minute. There are quite a few more contestants in the lobby than before. And we're up into 7th, driving a sort of semi-qualifying, semi-race setup, if you will. We have ghosts of everyone around us. I'm not sure if the effects of slipstream and dirty air are imposed when everyone's ghosted, but we drive like it nevertheless. And we got Wilkie up ahead, 1.2 seconds. It seems like we're gaining because we got ERS engaged. We're trying to use up a bit more battery, hopefully keep within Wilkie's slipstream, and possibly get DRS when it's enabled on lap 3. So we got a driver behind Gaby's Drip K, whatever it is, and Wilkie ahead, which we do actually get within slipstream DRS range. It looks like caution behind, as it seems TTV Send It Deep has sent it too deep and is now 17 seconds behind. When driving, I hadn't realized TTV Send It Deep, there's some sort of connection issue that happened, but we'll save that for later. So, we're driving. Mike 302, or Mike P302 up ahead. We are pretty close to him, even though it says there's quite a differential. But, oh, we do some synchronized spinning. We probably should have just let the track auto reset us, because I feel like we lost more time than needed there. Maybe we should have reset ourselves. Anyway, we continue onwards. At this point in the race, though, things are looking a bit grim. We spun out probably too much power in a bit too tight of a corner, and now we're suffering with a bit of dirty tire, and it's looking like we might end up racing in no man's land for quite a long time. So later on in the race, I decide, you know what, I'm just gonna slow down and see if I could race TTV, send it deep, because maybe that would be a lot of fun. And we're racing along, see him, and we realize that he's got a little red X on his name. Honestly, no idea what that means. So I let him through just to see what it'd be like. And he doesn't really seem to have the speed. And I've kind of come to a conclusion later that he probably disconnected and it was just an AI racing for him. Which a bit disappointing, but it's better than nothing instead of just racing on our own for a few more laps. Anyway, I'll talk you through the last lap. We're on a fast lap, as you can see green on the top right. We nailed this corner, or at least as good as I've done so far. Get a good launch. Look at that. TTV Send It Deep is falling way behind. We almost take a little bit of grass there. We're really trying to maximize the track. Pulling it tight into the first part of the corner, hit the second apex kind of okay, and we get a good launch. Losing 2/10 to the AI, but here we seem pretty even. I really need to practice that corner. In GT7, had a lot of issues, or not GT7, GT Sport. I remember the old Formula cars. The Formula, I think they're Formula Super? No. Whatever they are. The not Formula 1 cars, in quotations, with TMs or whatever. They just had a lot of issues, or I had a lot of issues driving them there. And skip forward a bit, we finished the race in second to last. Not a terrible drive, but not really one to remember. Gabe B's K, driver of the day. Well deserved to be driving against me earlier, and Mike 302. Incredible drivers in both our rights, but sadly it was not to be, and we ended up falling back. Maybe next time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this short little race, and see you in the next one.